Welcome. I am Rosita from Amarae Inspirational, and today we're diving into something simple, powerful, and a little bit magical meditation. Yes, that thing that people do, sitting cross legged with their eyes closed. But don't worry, you don't have to twist yourself into a pretzel or float 3 feet off the ground to get the benefit. But let's start with the big question: why even bother meditating? Well, from a spiritual perspective, meditation is like plugging your phone into a charger, except you're the phone and the universe is the socket. When you meditate, you're not escaping life, you're connecting more deeply to it. You're tuning into the whispers of your soul instead of the shouts of your to do list. It is in this quiet space that we begin to really hear our inner guidance, that gentle nudge that says, hey, maybe you should take a break, or you know what, you can handle this. And let me tell you, in a world that is constantly go, 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 giving yourself permission to just be can be very liberating. And that brings us to the next topic. What exactly is meditation? Well, meditation is really just giving your mind a little break from all the busy thoughts, worries, and to do lists that usually race around in your head. Instead of getting caught up in everything, you take a few minutes just to be, to sit still, breathe, and pay attention to the present moment. The goal isn't to have a perfectly blank mind, that's almost impossible. The goal is to simply notice when your mind wanders, and it will, and gently bring your focus back. It's like training a puppy. You don't yell at it when it runs off, you just calmly bring it back again and again. It's about being kind to yourself. There is no right way to meditate. Some people focus on their breathing, some repeat a calming word or phrase, and some people listen to gentle music, and some just sit quietly and notice their thoughts without getting caught up in them. And for some, it can be as simple as taking a walk in nature, but the end result is the same. Over time, it helps you feel calmer, clearer, and just more like you. I have to be honest, I have been doing meditations for a very long time, but not every day, and sometimes not even every month. But I meditate whenever I'm starting to feel, let's call it, itchy. For me, it is not a daily or even weekly ritual anymore. I find my inner peace and quiet when I take my dogs on their daily walks, which, when they all behave, is a meditation in itself. Most of us are aware of the spiritual benefits of meditation, but just to be sure, I have listed a few for you. Meditation helps to quiet the ego and amplify your inner guidance. When you sit in stillness, you naturally tune into a wiser part of you that sees beyond fear, doubt, or ego based thinking. This connection grows stronger with practice, giving you clarity, confidence, and direction on your spiritual path. Our minds are constantly filled with thoughts, worries, and distractions. Spiritually, this noise acts like static that blocks insight, guidance, and connection. Meditation acts like a filter, allowing the unnecessary mental chatter to settle. On an energetic level, it helps to clear built up emotional residue, leaving your aura lighter and your energy more aligned. Meditation raises your vibration. That means shifting your personal energy frequency into a higher, lighter state. Every thought, emotion, and intention you carry has a vibrational signature. Fear, anger, or resentment feel heavy, like they are dragging you down. That is because they vibrate at a lower frequency, while love, gratitude, and joy vibrate higher and make you feel lighter. Meditation naturally lifts you into these higher emotional and energetic states by calming your nervous system and making you feel lighter. Meditation opens the channel between you and spirit, whether you call it God, Source, Universe, or the Divine. In that quiet space, you become more receptive to messages, nudges, and spiritual insight. Your intuition senses sharpen. You may start to receive subtle information through feelings, images, inner knowing, or even direct guidance. As this connection grows, your relationship with the divine becomes more personal and interactive. Meditation increases self-awareness, which leads to spiritual maturity. You begin to observe your own thoughts, behaviors, and emotional reactions from a more neutral place. This gives you the power to choose rather than react. Living consciously teaches you to stop making choices based on old programming or emotional impulses. Over time, your life becomes more intentional, peaceful, and purpose-driven. Many people report spontaneous spiritual experiences during or after meditation, seeing visions, feeling divine presence, recalling past lives, or sensing their spirit guides or loved ones. These moments aren't forced, they arrive naturally when you're in a receptive state. When you meditate regularly, you become more attuned to your own energy field. This makes it easier to notice when something doesn't belong to you, be it another person's mood, energy, or intentions. Spiritually, this is a powerful protection. You're less likely to be drained or affected by others. You could say that meditation strengthens your spiritual immune system. But this is not all meditation can do for you. It can also assist in healing old wounds, encourage detachment and acceptance. It can also awaken a sense of oneness. It can build trust in divine guidance, expand your consciousness, activate inner light and divine potential, and it can even realign you with your soul path. The best way to discover what it can do for you is to build up a meditation routine. Keep a journal that you can read back to see if you can notice any changes. But did you know that there are physical benefits to meditation as well? Meditation has been widely studied, and science has proven that it has many physical and mental benefits. When you meditate, several things change in your body. Meditation lowers stress hormones. It reduces cortisol, the hormone responsible for stress. Lower cortisol means less anxiety, better mood, and even reduced inflammation in the body. It slows your heart rate, it lowers blood pressure. Meditation activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is also referred to as the rest and digest mode, which helps your heart rate slow down and lowers blood pressure over time. Regular meditation increases gray matter in areas related to emotional regulation, memory, and decision making. It also strengthens the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for focus and self-control. Studies show that meditation changes how the brain perceives pain, making it feel less intense. Meditation has been linked to increased activity in the immune system, helping the body to fight off infections and illnesses. Meditation increases alpha and theta brain waves, which are associated with relaxation, creativity, and deep rest. In the 1970s, John Kabat-Zinn, who is an American professor emeritus of medicine and the creator of the Stress Reduction Clinic and the Center for Mindfulness in Medicine, Healthcare and Society at the University of Massachusetts Medical School, that was a lot, he developed a mindfulness-based stress reduction program known as MBSR. He began using it with patients suffering from severe chronic pain, many of whom had been told there was nothing more that could be done. These were people with conditions like arthritis, fibromyalgia, migraines, or post-surgical pain that no longer responded to medication. What made it remarkable was that participants were not promised pain relief. Instead, they were taught to observe their pain without reacting. No judgment, no resistance, just awareness. Through guided meditation, breath focus and body scans, they learned to change their relationship to pain. After just 8 weeks of regular mindfulness meditation, most participants reported a 30 to 50% reduction in their pain levels. Some patients were able to reduce or stop pain medication entirely. Their blood pressure dropped, heart rate stabilized, and sleep improved. Brain scans showed reduced activity in pain related regions and increased thickness in the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain responsible for self regulation and awareness. And why this stands out? Well, this was one of the first real bridges between mind body awareness and measurable physical health, and it helped launch a global movement toward integrative medicine. The results were so consistent and reproducible that MBSR is now offered in over 700 hospitals worldwide. Many hospitals and pain clinics now provide meditation as part of their care. There are oncology centers that offer meditation as part of cancer care. It helps patients manage chemo or radiation side effects, to ease fatigue and improve overall quality of life, including relief from nausea and anxiety. It reduced reliance on painkillers, less inflammation, better pain tolerance, and after regular meditation practice, some cancer patients need lower doses of morphine. Meditation supports physical healing, faster recovery after an injury or stroke. Meditation supports physical healing by rewiring the brain. Visualization techniques help the brain relearn movement and coordination. And the physical benefits in these cases can be quicker recovery, improved motor skills, less muscle tension. And stroke patients who combine meditation with physical therapy often recover motor functions more quickly. Mindfulness has also become part of military training programs in the US, the UK, Australia, and India, supporting both mental focus and physical resilience. Soldiers use breathing techniques to stay calm, sleep better, and recover from exertion or trauma. It lowers cortisol, reduces stress fatigue, and increases endurance. And US Marines report fewer stress injuries and sharper focus after integrating mindfulness into boot camp. But perhaps most beautifully, many people healing from trauma reported that although their pain hadn't disappeared, they had regained control over their bodies and lives. Meditation didn't erase the pain, it reshaped how the brain held it, and that in itself changes everything. So, yes, this is the magic of meditation. Not some mystical superpower, but a gentle, practical, everyday magic that reconnects us to ourselves. You don't need candles, crystals, or chanting in ancient languages, unless you want to, of course. All you really need is a few quiet minutes and a willingness to turn inward. Meditation won't make you perfect. It won't erase life's challenges, but it will change how you meet them with more grace, more clarity, more you. Even just a few quiet minutes a day can make a world of difference. Try it for a while and see what changes in your life. Before we get to the end of this video, there is something I want to say, and I try to do this after every video I make because I believe it to be very important. I want you to be aware that the spiritual field is full of wonder, but it is also deeply personal. There's often no scientific proof, and most of what we know comes from personal experience or what others have shared. And because of that, experiences can vary greatly from person to person. And that is why it is so important to stay curious, keep learning, and always keep an open mind. Don't take anything as absolute truth just because someone says it with confidence. And yes, that includes me. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own journey. That's where real wisdom grows. Oh, this is all that I have to offer you for today. And I'm not asking for much. I just want a tiny tap on that like button. It may seem small to you, but it makes a big difference for me and this channel. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to help me grow, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it today. And if you want to dive deeper into my work, check out my website or find me on Facebook. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope not only to see you again, but also to hear from you, your thoughts, your experiences, your journey. You're always welcome here. Bye.